everyone. Welcome to Sam's Summaries. This episode is a deep dive discussion into Sam Fury's summary of the book Who Not How by Dan Sullivan. It has been created with the help of AI. You can read the original summary at samfury.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. Today we're going to be tackling a really cool book by Dan Sullivan. It's called Who Not How.
Yes.
And this is all about how to reach ambitious goals, but it's about finding the right people to help us get there.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's really about leveraging the power of collaboration.
Absolutely, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Sullivan lays out this framework for achieving what he calls the 4 freedoms.
Okay.
Freedom of time, freedom of money, freedom of relationships, and freedom of purpose.
Okay.
And the who not how principle is like the thread that weaves through all of them.
It's fascinating how he connects all those things.
Yeah, it really is. I was recently grappling with this massive project that just felt completely overwhelming.
Okay.
I kept getting stuck on that. How was I going to learn this new software? How was I going to find the time to do all the research? I was practically drowning in to-do lists.
That feeling of being bowed down, I think so many of us experience that.
Right. It's like we hit a wall and suddenly all our momentum vanishes.
Totally.
But then I remembered Sullivan's advice.
Okay.
Instead of trying to figure out the how, I asked myself, who already knows how to do this?
Right.
Who could I collaborate with to make this project a reality?
And did that shift in perspective help?
It was like a breath of fresh air.
Right.
Suddenly the project felt manageable, even exciting.
Just
knowing that I didn't have to be an expert in everything was incredibly liberating.
That speaks directly to Sullivan's concept of freedom of time. He argues that delegating tasks to those with the right expertise frees up our mental energy and our calendars for the things that we're truly best at.
Totally. It's almost like outsourcing those mental roadblocks. Instead of spending hours trying to force ourselves to learn something new, we can tap into someone else's existing knowledge.
That's right. And Sullivan's take on procrastination really resonated with me.
Okay.
He suggests that it often stems from that feeling of being overwhelmed by how we put things off because the task seems too daunting, too complicated.
So instead of beating ourselves up for procrastinating, maybe we should be asking ourselves, who could help me get this done?
Yeah, precisely. It's a much more empowering approach.
I love that.
And to help us implement this who not how principle in a practical way. Sullivan recommends using a 90-day cycle for planning and reviewing our goals.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah.
It feels much more manageable than trying to plan out an entire year.
I know. It's like a psychological trick almost. By breaking down our larger goals into smaller 90-day chunks, they suddenly seem less intimidating.
Right.
I mean, we can focus on achieving a series of smaller wins, which keeps our motivation high.
And at the end of each 90-day cycle,
that's right,
we can assess what worked, what didn't, and make adjustments.
It's like having built-in checkpoints for our progress.
Totally. It's a brilliant strategy for staying on track and avoiding that feeling of being overwhelmed.
Absolutely.
So we've explored how Who Not How can unlock freedom of time, but how does this apply to something as tangible as our finances? What about the freedom of money?
Well, Sullivan argues that by focusing on the tasks that generate the most income and delegating the rest, we can actually boost our earning potential.
So it's not just about working harder.
Right.
It's about working smarter.
That's right.
By focusing on the activities that have the biggest impact on our bottom line.
And a crucial part of this is something Sullivan calls committing to specific results. It's about clearly defining what we want to achieve and then giving our team, our who's, the autonomy to figure out the how.
So it's about trusting the people we've brought on board.
Exactly.
Recognizing their expertise and giving them the space to shine.
It's about creating a win-win situation where everyone feels empowered and motivated to contribute their best work.
It's so much more effective.
Absolutely.
Than trying to micromanage every detail.
Way more effective.
And Sullivan makes a really interesting point about investing in other people's expertise.
Okay.
He argues that seeing it as a cost is actually a limiting belief.
It is. And what's fascinating here is his perspective that if we have enough money to solve a problem, we don't actually have a problem.
Right.
He uses this example from the book of a landscaping business owner who was completely overwhelmed.
Oh, wow.
He was trying to do everything himself.
Oh, my gosh.
Designing, planting, even driving the truck to pick up supplies.
I can imagine how exhausted he must have been.
Totally.
Trying to wear all those hats at once.
Right.
No wonder he was feeling burned out.
He was stuck in that how trap.
Yeah.
But then he had a realization.
Okay.
He decided to hire a team of experts. A designer, a planning crew, even a dedicated driver.
So he essentially outsourced all the tasks?
Yes.
That were draining his time and energy?
Exactly.
Allowing him to focus on the bigger picture?
Yes, and the results were remarkable. His stress levels decreased. He had more time to focus on growing the business, and his profits soared.
So it really paid off.
It's a perfect illustration of how investing in the right who's can transform not just our business, but our entire experience.
It's a reminder that sometimes letting go is the key to moving forward.
Absolutely.
So we've tackled freedom of time and freedom of money.
Right.
But what about our connections with others?
Yeah.
How does the who, not how philosophy apply to the freedom of relationships?
Sullivan's approach to relationships is really intriguing.
Okay.
He suggests focusing on providing value to others, which naturally leads to mutually beneficial collaborations.
So it's less about what we can get from others and more about what we can contribute, fostering a sense of reciprocity.
Precisely. It's about cultivating relationships that are both supportive and challenging, where we can learn and grow together.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's about surrounding ourselves with people who inspire us to be better versions of ourselves.
And Sullivan emphasizes the importance of being selective about the relationships we invest in. He encourages us to envision our ideal future selves and then seek out relationships that align with that vision.
So almost like having a filter.
He even suggests creating a system.
A system for evaluating relationships.
Yes.
Tell me more.
He talks about developing a checklist, almost like a filter, to help us determine if a potential collaboration is truly a good fit for both parties.
So it's not just about whether the other person can help us achieve our goals.
Exactly.
But also about whether we can contribute to theirs.
Yes. It's about creating a win-win situation.
Right.
And it's about recognizing that not every relationship is meant to be a long-term collaboration. Sometimes saying no is just as important as saying yes.
It's about being intentional with our energy.
Absolutely.
And our time.
It is.
Recognizing that we can't possibly nurture every single relationship that comes our way.
It's about choosing quality over quantity. Making space for the connections that truly matter.
So we've discussed freedom of time, freedom of money, and freedom of relationships.
Right.
That brings us to the final freedom, freedom of purpose.
Yes.
What insights does Sullivan offer on this front?
This is where things get really thought-provoking. Sullivan encourages a shift from a mindset of competition to a mindset of collaboration.
So instead of viewing others as rivals, we should see them as potential allies in our pursuit of purpose.
He argues that by seeking out expertise and collaborating with others, we can achieve our goals faster and expand our vision.
It's like tapping into a collective intelligence. Leveraging the diverse perspectives and experiences of others to fuel our own growth.
And he makes this compelling point about how empowering others isn't just about achieving personal success. It's about creating a more fulfilling experience for everyone involved.
It's about recognizing that true success is often a collaborative effort, a shared journey toward a common goal.
And in that journey, we discover new perspectives, uncover hidden talents, and often find our purpose illuminated in ways we couldn't have imagined.
That's such a beautiful way to think about it. It's not just about getting things done. It's about the transformative power of connection and collaboration.
Sullivan argues that surrounding ourselves with the right who's can connect us to our passions and align our efforts with like-minded individuals who challenge us to think bigger and bolder.
So finding our who's is essentially about building a support system that propels us toward our purpose.
Exactly.
A network of individuals who inspire us, encourage us, and help us stay accountable.
It's about recognizing that we don't have to figure everything out on our own.
Yeah.
There's incredible power in reaching out, connecting, and collaborating.
Yeah.
In fact, Sullivan highlights a particularly compelling story about an aspiring writer who had been struggling for years to get her work published.
Okay.
She felt isolated and discouraged, convinced that she had to navigate the publishing world alone.
That feeling of isolation is something so many creatives experience.
Yeah.
You know,
totally.
It's easy to get trapped in that lone wolf mentality.
But then she met a successful author at a writing conference who encouraged her to join a writing group.
Oh, wow.
She was hesitant at first, but she decided to give it a try.
So she took a leap of faith?
Exactly.
And reached out for support.
And it turned out to be a game changer.
Wow.
The writing group provided her with feedback,
okay,
encouragement, and most importantly, a sense of community.
It's amazing how just having a group of like-minded individuals to connect with can make such a difference.
It's about finding your tribe.
Yes.
Those people who understand your struggles, celebrate your victories, and help you stay motivated.
And in this writer's case, finding her who's led to something even bigger.
It did.
Oh.
A member of her writing group connected her with a literary agent who absolutely loved her work.
Amazing.
She ended up getting a book deal.
Wow.
And her writing career took off.
That's such a powerful example of how connecting with the right people can open doors we never even knew existed.
Yeah.
Sometimes our who's are not just collaborators, but also connectors, guides, and champions.
Yeah, they illuminate our purpose by showing us what's possible and helping us get there.
So to recap, we've explored 4 freedoms that Sullivan outlines in Who Not How. Freedom of time, freedom of money, freedom of relationships, and freedom of purpose. And the key to unlocking all of them is shifting our mindset from how can I do this to who can help me do this.
It's such a simple shift. Yet it can have a profound impact on our lives.
It's about recognizing that we don't have to be experts in everything.
That's right.
There's strength in acknowledging our limitations.
Yes.
And seeking out the support and expertise of others.
Absolutely. And as we've seen, those who can be found in all areas of our lives, our work, our relationships, even our pursuit of purpose.
So for our listeners out there, as you continue your own deep dive into Who Not How, we want to leave you with this.
Okay.
What is one goal you've been putting off?
Yeah.
Because you haven't figured out the how. Who could be the who?
That's a good question.
That helps you achieve it.
Don't be afraid to reach out, connect, and collaborate.
Yes.
You might be surprised by the amazing things you accomplish together.
We are so excited for you to discover the power of Who Not How.
Yes.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to Sam's Summaries. If you found this episode useful, let us know with a like, follow, and share. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to visit samfury.com to get free access to all of Sam's original summaries. You can also get any of Sam's books and other exclusive content. It's all completely free at samfury.com.